Rising food prices are starting to take a bite out of Canadians' budgets. Because of inflation, the average family will spend $2,000 more in groceries this year. Peter Sashecki from Everything Financial joins us this morning with some advice. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Carrie. Good morning.
I can't believe how expensive it's getting when you go to the grocery store. I mean, I'll take something off the shelf and go to the till and realize how much it's costing and then leave it because I know it's too much money. How can a family plan for this kind of expenditures?
Well, I'm going to sound like a broken record today. Sorry, people, but they need to start doing planning well in advance for when these times come, because we haven't seen the end of this, unfortunately. You have to take a percentage of your income and put it in savings. I know many months ago we talked about, use a bank account. The money's in, the money's out. Bank accounts are really called put and take accounts. You put it in, you take it out. So have a second TFSA just for savings, so you're not paying the ridiculous taxes on the interest, and just take a little bit. And you know what's coming up, Carrie? Tax time.
Right.
And the majority of people in that middle income to lower income usually get tax refunds. There's a lot of people getting refunds, even if they're small refunds. Take that money and put it away for, I say rainy day in BC because we do get enough of them, maybe not now, but we do get enough of them. But put it away for later on down the road, so you have that emergency fund. You need an emergency fund for times like this, whether it's a line of credit that's connected to your house with a cheap interest rate, a TFSA, something to prepare for when the onslaught, in this case, inflation, comes.
Yeah, I think people are looking at the money and trying to figure out how they're going to stretch the budgets even further to make up for this. Do you think these higher costs, inflation costs, are here to stay?
No, it appears that from a lot of the major studies from the people who give you real answers, not the fear-mongering answers, because there is some of those out there too. They feel it's transitory, but and could be back to normal. A lot of the main people think by next year, normal meaning, the 2.5% to 3% area, not what we're seeing right now. But it all depends on waves, pandemics, overseas conflict, because that's definitely going to affect gas and who knows what else if cooler heads don't prevail anytime soon. So the studies say transitory, but there's so many things out of our control. You can't let it have you live in fear and stay awake all night. You just have to learn to be a little smarter. Maybe it's one less trip every couple of days to the local coffee shop. And I hate saying that because the small businesses all need our help, but you have to pick and choose where you're going to spend that disposable income and grab an app to start keeping track of what you spend and look at, geez, what can we cut out that's maybe not necessary right now to trim some of that $2,000 away from what we're spending? Because guess what? A lot of people it's hard to believe this, but can just blow $2,000 in a year on things they don't really need. So now it's time to tighten the belt and get a little smarter.
I have to agree with you. I do actually have one of those apps, and every time I make a purchase, I put it in there, and so I can see exactly, what I'm spending my money on, whether it's clothing or coffee or eating out or, just any other expenditures. And that way you can sort of decide where to trim those other costs. Do you have any other advice for people? Like, what are people coming to you with? You're a financial planner, a financial advisor. What are people coming to you when it comes to concerns, and what are you telling them that they can do to save?
Well, they're coming to us, and a lot of times just saying, the biggest question people always ask, and maybe it's from these segments, I'm not sure, but I pay so much in taxes. Taxes are just, every time I open up a paycheck, I'm losing more and more money. And they are. They think, sometimes that, taxes are really good. Taxes in this province are extremely high, especially once you get to not in the lower income, they're quite good actually. But when you get to the middle to higher income, they're really high. So people are always looking for, how can I pay less in taxes? And we're going to do a segment in a couple of weeks.
Sure.
And we talk about TFSA, about not putting money into interest-bearing type savings, because when you see how much tax that takes out of your pocket, it will astonish you.
Well, we're always looking for ways to save.
Large amount of money. So people want to learn how to save money on taxes, and taxes can be at the grocery store, it can be anywhere, but you've got to learn how to save on taxes, because it's a lot easier to keep money if you're not giving away in the first place.
Okay, Peter Sashecki with Everything Financial. Good advice as always, and look forward to that segment in the future. Thanks, Peter. Have a great day.
Thanks, Carrie. Have a great day.